Welcome to episode 9 of Monday's Musings. Hey, did you know that I'm making a movie? This episode is about how the idea for the movie came about, the crunch time for creating a trailer that I submitted for the Telluride Mountain Film Emerging Filmmaker Fellowship Grant. Easy for me to say, not really, and my plans going forward. Enjoy. All right, let's get into it. Back in July 22nd of this year, I visited my great friends Maria and Max, who I have not seen for several years, in their hometown of Fruita, Colorado. After a wonderful evening of music and conversations, I kept thinking to myself, oh my gosh, Maria and Max's stories of traveling during COVID is incredibly interesting, and wow, there actually might be a short film here. I remember waiting to the very last minute the next morning, right before I was leaving, that I spilled my thoughts to Maria about the movie idea. The reason why I waited is I just wanted to make sure I was serious about it before I said anything. We agreed to think about it some more, and then I left for a family event. After arriving back in Telluride that next week, I could not get the idea of making a film out of my mind. On July 27th, I texted Maria that I'm all in and I wanted to submit a trailer for that Emerging Filmmaker Fellowship Grant. And what I was really interested in was the year-long mentorship, including edit and story consultation networking opportunities. And yeah, it was due in 4 days. Okay, it was crunch time, and if this was going to happen, I needed to travel back to Fruita for some face-to-face with Maria and Max. It was kind of amazing that we were able to put together a beginning of a storyline and gather and organize all the amazing footage and photos that Maria had, and we just talked and talked and talked about what this film could be. So that next afternoon, with only 24 hours left, I headed back home with the Dropbox full of files. And I remember during the drive, I kept playing some of the clips over and over in my head and was really excited to get back home and try them out. One of the clips I absolutely loved is Max running down the pier. I really wanted it to be the first dramatic shot of the film, and it had a perfect spot for the title of the film. I worked on version 1.0 until about 1:30 a.m. that Saturday morning. And I admit I was a little bit nervous about my edit, but very happy that Maria liked it. So the next morning, Maria and I were both tired, but excited to keep working on it. She had some thoughts, like it was hard to read the writing on the black title screens. So I made some adjustments here and there, and then I created version 2. One of the things I did in version 2 was add some moody soundtrack to those black title screens. And I think it really did help. I use a subscription with Motion Array that I use for sounds and After Effects, like for the bumpers and whatnot. And it's a pretty amazing service, actually. Given the short time frame to get the trailer for the grant, we didn't have all the original video clips. And for example, I had to scrape the Anderson Cooper footage off a Facebook page and then crop it to be in landscape. It actually turned out good enough for the trailer, but for the actual film, we'll have to get the rights, etc. As we continue through the morning into the afternoon, we created version 2 and then version 3. And Maria was able to record audio on her iPhone and drop it in the Dropbox, and I was able to strip out the audio and include it in that particular version. It's kind of amazing how we were able to collaborate up to the very end. Around 2 p.m., I submitted version 3.1 of their trailer to Vimeo and submitted to the Emerging Filmmaker Grant for Mountain Film. To be honest, there's incredible and deserving competition for this grant, so I don't have high hopes. But I literally watched these clips over and over. Max Max Peters and during the editing process, and I still sometimes tear up. So anyway, they announced the winner in September. In the meantime, I gave notice to my day job so I can focus full time in October, November, and December. December of 2021 of this year is our goal for the completion of the film, and then that's when we'll submit it to Mountain Film. This is exciting for both Maria and I, and it's also a little daunting as this is brand new territory for both of us. So with that being said, I will play the whole trailer for you now, and hopefully we'll see you next Monday for the next Monday's Musings. Cheers.
Max Peters has Down syndrome. He always wanted to be on the basketball team, so the school welcomed him with his own jersey. Didn't actually expect him to play. At the end of the last game, his team was way up. They let him take the court. With 30 seconds left, something amazing happened. Watch this.
My name is Maria. This is my son Max Peters, and we are here in Baja California Sur, La Paz, the beautiful city of La Paz. This is where Max was born, and this is where we are sheltering in place because of this horrible, nasty virus. We brought Max's paints and some canvas, and we went and got a couple of ukuleles so that we could learn how to play music. You know, all those things you always wanted to do when you had the time.
I remember when the pandemic hit, being down in Mexico and just being so scared that my son was going to die.
Here we are. We are getting ready to head up to Canada today, leaving La Paz. Way too much virus. Max and I are on our way up. Max, can you say hi?
It is not easy to vaccinate Max. He does not like needles, and it took 3 nurses to hold him still in Canada to get the shot in his arms. So Canada has a vaccine shortage. They don't produce vaccine. So we were only going to be able to get 1 dose and wait 4 months between doses, and that was just unacceptable. We were getting more and more scared and isolated, and it was time for us to come home. So we get home to Colorado after having been, stranded abroad for 16 months. And the feeling to be back in our house and be safe and be vaccinated was just the most amazing feeling in the whole world. And we can go see people and do things that we love to do. We went and did Ride the Rockies. 2,000 vaccinated cyclists. And I think that was just so good to be with friends and be with people that we love and be living our amazing, wonderful Colorado life again. The feeling of gratitude and happiness was just huge.